Sony Computer Entertainment America presents a Universal Interactive Studios production.
A game created and developed by Naughty Dog. Crash Bandicoot 4.
What's going on, everybody? Your host AMF1534 here. Welcome to one of my favorite games of all time growing up as a kid. Let's play Crash Bandicoot 3 Warped. I can't tell you how long I've been waiting to do this. I've been waiting probably at least like 2 years or so. And it feels kind of weird actually because I'm usually really big on playing things in chronological order. But I have two reasons why I'm doing a Let's Play of this one and not the first one, because obviously this is my favorite one. And also, my other two copies of 1 and 2, my cousin's borrowing those, and I haven't gotten those back from her yet, so I guess we're just going to have to run with it. But this is going to be great. I am so happy that I'm doing this right now. What? God, I wish I had a laugh like that, as completely sinister as it is.
Uka is free.
By the way, if you guys don't want to watch this opening scene, I'll toss you an annotation that you can use to skip ahead to the action, but if you want to watch, go right ahead. It's a nice little opening segment.
None have dared to fail to break Uka Uka even once. But you, Cortex, you have failed me twice.
Great. Uka
I've always
Uka.
wondered for the longest time if Cortex is wearing like a hat or if he has like that N like tattooed into his forehead. I really don't know, and it's bothered me for years.
You lost the crystals, and I have lost my patience.
And there's a guy in the background with pistons on his shoulders.
On this planet,
I know we've had a few unfortunate setbacks.
and failed. But since your bumbling has managed to set me free, I am feeling generous. There is still a way for us to amass the power needed to enslave this miserable planet. And this time the great Uka Uka will make sure that you do it right.
After many eons, my evil twin, Uka Uka, has been
What the
freed
hell is that
from
on the
his
wall?
underground prison.
Oh, it's a jet ski.
Long
I was like,
ago,
what the fuck
I
is that?
locked him
I
there
don't even know what it is.
to protect the world
That's
from
definitely what it is.
malice. Now, free once again, he must be stopped.
So we're gonna go stop him with our main character who has never spoken one word in his entire life.
Uka Uka and Cortex plan to use this time-twisting machine to gather crystals that lay scattered across time. I have brought you here to recover the crystals.
I love how he knew exactly where the time-twisting portal was at. He's like, oh yeah, I know where this is. I've been kind of spying on him in the shower.
Into the portal. Good luck.
Alright, my friends, here we are. Welcome to the main hub of Crash Bandicoot 3 Warped. And pretty much it handles like any other Crash Bandicoot game. You go through each zone, you beat every level in there, of which there's usually 5. Actually, there is 5 in every one of those. You beat all 5 of those, you gather the power crystal at the end of the level, and then you'll fight a boss, and then if you beat the boss, then you go on to the next set, and so on and so forth. It's just a great game series. This is definitely my favorite one. It has a spectacular soundtrack too, by the way, on top of just the whole gaming experience being awesome. I actually made a save file for this, so I don't really know why I'm saving over it in the first place. So I'm not, so there's that. So we'll get started here in just a second, kind of just giving you guys the whole overview here. You can see if you press start, it'll show you kind of your menu screen to show you what power-ups that you have, because every time you beat a boss, you get a new power-up. It'll show you how many gems you get. You can accrue gems in this game by getting all of the boxes in a certain level. I'll explain that as we go, and there's some other things I'll explain when we do it. So let's go. Let's get going here. I've already wasted 5 minutes of your time, so let's get moving with our first level in this set, Toad Village. Away we go. So there are 3 things that you can get. Oh, more talking.
Crash, crash, crash. Why must you always muck in my mud? Oh, look, I have a mask helping me, too.
But mine's more
We will
awesome.
find out which one is more powerful soon enough.
Dr. Neo Cortex is a really weird guy. Like, He's like the most enigmatic boss figure ever, because like half the time it seems like he's trying to help you, and half the time it just seems like he loathes your very existence. I don't really know which one it is sometimes. But here we go. So this is kind of the way this game is gonna go over, and it's interesting. We're gonna sit here and save the entire world from, you know, proverbial enslavement by a master, you know, mad scientist by breaking boxes, getting, I'm assuming these are apples, and killing everybody, if you feel like. It's really weird, like, I feel like after a while, Mr. Bandicoot here would have an incredibly large amount of splinters. So what you can do is, you know, if you break all the boxes in a level, then you are awarded a gem at the end of it. There we go. I love doing that. So yeah, you get all the boxes in a level, then you'll get a little silver gem out of it, and you can go to these little thingamabobs here, and it'll take you to a bonus stage. Actually, a little piece of trivia that's not important at all. When I was in grade school, when I was like super into Crash Bandicoot, I used to, like in my spare time, I used to draw, just like randomly sketch out like my own bonus levels for this. Not like it really meant anything, because it's not like, you know, the developers would have paid attention to that, but it was just something that I'd like to do in my spare time. I just draw them up. I wonder if I still have those anywhere, actually. It'd be kind of cool to look at them now. Like, I'd do the whole, like, you know, side profile thing and put them in different locations and all that jizz. So, you know, it was something fun to do. I was really adventurous about that type of stuff when I was little. I'm sure everybody kind of had that type of thing. I used to draw, because I was, like, super into racing games back then, too. And I used to draw like racetracks for games like Top Gear, just for the shit of it. Again, something that I never really like did anything with, but I could have. I love the enemies in this game. Like they'll move back and forth, or they won't do anything at all. They'll just like stand there, like that guy with the sword, and he'll just like swing it around. And like so many of the enemies in this game are just so awkward, but it's really funny. God damn it! Why did I even do that? Oh, I hit the wrong button, that's why. I hit R2. See, so if you get all the boxes in a level, you'll have this happen. You pick up one of these, and then there's always the portal to take you back to the main hub at the end. And so that, my friends, is what it is. A lot of the levels in this game, they're not particularly that difficult, but there are some segments in here that can be a real pain in the dick. So we're just gonna have a good time. That's what I love to do. Those blue relics up there, I'm going to deal with that at a totally different time. That's not something that we need to deal with right now. The blue relics, I'll tell you about it. It's time trial stuff. So after you beat a level, you can go back in there and do it again. And if you beat it, you know, in that amount of time or less, then you'll get a relic. But there's also a gold one that you can get that's usually harder to get. But if you can get that one, that's the one you want to shoot for. And most of the time, you can still get it pretty easily. But we're not going to start attacking that for quite a while. So don't worry about that. Let's move on to Under Pressure. Do-do-do-do-do-do. Yeah, there's a certain power-up that you really want to have before you start doing anything with time trials and all. When we get there, I'll talk about it. So, yes. Time to go underwater. At least it's being, like, you know, kind of realistic in the fact that at least he needs, like, an oxygen tank to go down here. He's not like Mario, where he can just be like, oh yeah, by the way, I'm totally, like, a demigod, and I can just come down there with no anything. I can just hold my breath forever if I felt like it. So watch out for these little spiny bomb thingamabobs here. We don't need any of that going on. But yeah, so this is the first time I've played this in quite a while. I mean, I did like a little... If you guys saw, like when I first got my HD PVR, I did a little bit of a little itty-bitty test run just to see if this was going to work properly, and it did. I should probably mention, for those of you that don't really know about Crash Bandicoot games, I don't really know if they had them in other ones besides this, but those boxes that do like the weird, like on and off, like blinking thing that you probably saw when I came down, that is, if you take too long to break that, it'll actually turn into a silver box and then you can't do it. So whenever you see those, you gotta be kind of prompt about it and be like, holy shit, I need to break it before it goes away. So do that, because if you're trying to do like 100% runs, which I'm debating on whether I'm going to do that or not. I haven't really figured out. I'm usually not like super huge on that, but if you guys really want to see me do that, I'll be glad to try. I've actually never fully 100% at this game before, so it'd be kind of fun to do that if that's what you guys want. If you don't want me to do that, then I'm totally cool with that. I mean, I love to play games just for doing it. It's fun, you know. Ah, see, there was one right there that I was just talking about. I love this thing can shoot things out of it. It's a really weird looking bike though. So you can either shoot things out of it like that, or there is another move you can do. If you hit circle, you'll do like this weird crazy lunge thing, like that. Of which it comes in handy when you're doing speed. If you're trying to do like speed runs of this, if you can master like where all the enemies are, you can totally get away with that. Shooting a shark with that, he's just like, oh shit. Ooh, okay. You can also blow those things up too. But yeah, so that, oh yeah, I wasn't really gonna talk about it, but it's there. I just got another update on my phone about the whole Boston Marathon fiasco today. That's just like, that's such a terrible thing to have happen. I feel so bad for like the people that were there and like the families of the people that were there. That's so awful. It just shows that there are some real sick people in the world out there. I couldn't fucking believe that when I read about that today on Twitter. I was like, really? Of all places, like, you know, people can't even go anywhere anymore. It's like, you know, you go, you know, have like, you know, the Boston Marathon is a really big thing. I mean, it's one of the more, you know, public sporting events that are out there. And it just, you know, it really makes people weary about, you know, leaving to go anywhere anymore. It's just, it's total chaos. Oh shit! No! Oh shit! Okay, woo! We got it. Oh fuck the load. Okay, well we don't have our bike anymore, and there was a box right in there, but it's not important. We can deal with gems later on. Yeah, 91. It'll always tell you how many you got, so it's something that's always a useful tool there, but. You know, we don't need to get all the gems like the first time through. I'd like to do that, but there are some things that we're going to have to wait to have certain power-ups to do. So that's not one of them. But the only thing we really need to do this first time around is get all the crystals. So that's the main point of emphasis here. But yeah, there was a quote that I read on Twitter that really kind of sums up the whole Boston thing. Was I don't remember who it was, but he said, just the sheer amount of people that went to help the people that were injured during the explosions is like the prime example of showing that no matter what happens, the terrorists will never ever win. And I thought that was really cool. But yeah, so hopefully, you know, they find out who did it and they can, you know, fry his ass and tear off every one of his limbs and kill him, because that's what he deserves. So, with that being said, I have run out of time for this episode of Crash Bandicoot 3. We're going to have such a great time with this game. I'm so excited for it. So, when we come back next time on Let's Play Crash Bandicoot 3 Warped, the Orient Express awaits us. And we're going to have some good fun with that. It's actually going to be the very first level that we get to use Crash Bandicoot's sister. Her name's Coco. So, that will be the first level that she gets to be in. So, this is your host, AMF1534, saying thank you guys for watching the first episode. I'm super pumped. I hope you guys are too. So you guys take it easy, and I'll see you next time. Your host, AMF1534, out for now. Bye, guys.